Restoration is brought to you by
Hisense, everyday prices for everyday people.
Malta Guinness.
Tasty Tom new seasoning powder. Flavor and taste are far.
Use Tasty Tom enriched tomato mix.
Thank you, Mom, for letting me know I'm special and for making me my special Indomie.
Thank you, Mommy.
It is amazing to come your way. It is a beautiful week, and I say a very big thank you to you for always tuning in to watch us right here on Joy Prime, and for those in the diaspora on YouTube. We're brought to you by Kind Courtesy Hisense, everyday prizes for everyday people. We are also supported by Malta Guinness, yes, and I get excited every time I talk about Malta Guinness because it is proudly made in Ghana. It is rich in B vitamins, and trust me, if you're drinking anything from a can that looks like a Malta Guinness can that is too sweet, my dear, it is not my Malta Guinness, because my Malta Guinness is low in sugar. It is so refreshing, and once you drink it, you know that that is the authentic Malta Guinness taste that you're used to. So if you're drinking anything that is not like it, know that this cannot be a proudly made in Ghana Malta Guinness. A very big thank you to Tasty Tom enriched tomato mix, to Tasty Tom seasoning, yes. And I'm going on and on about my Tasty Tom seasoning stew, because the stew flavor, oh my goodness, I'll keep talking about it. Because even when you are seasoning your chicken and you add your chicken seasoning and you add a little bit of the stew, oh my goodness, you can actually chew that chicken like that. So my favorite flavor is the stew, and I don't know what yours is, but go out there and grab yourself your Tasty Tom seasoning, because flavor and taste no are fast. I'll be happy. Big thank you going out to Indomie. Yes, Indomie is easy on our pocket and easiest to cook. Don't worry, because you're man. Don't worry, I got you. Indomie shepe we are saying be in the 2 hours, in the 1 hour, Bekabana, Adriano, one gas or Befufu, one gas or Bebanku. But Indomie is your go-to. If you're limited in time, if you want to just make a quick dash, go out and come back and eat well, please make sure that you grab yourself your Indomie. And remember, it is very easy on your pocket. Indomie, you don't need to break the bank to make Indomie. A very big thank you to my glam team, APS Lux Line. Yes, I'm loving my kente. But if walls could talk, it's only my team who know beauty is pain. Ophelia, I really love this. And this beading was done by Cecilia, and Cecilia is located in Kumasi. Yes, me spreading all across Ghana. I don't work with just people in Accra. Cecilia is located in Kumasi, and she is near the South Suntreso Hospital. Udru South Suntreso Hospital. Now, quite down bones on your left, she has her shop right there, and she does amazing beading. Like Nancy, who said my beading bia? Yes, Cecilia and Sano. So I have her number on the screen. So those of you who want her to make you something this beautiful can reach out to her. A very big thank you to Tinaj Beauty for my makeup, to Stannis Beauty located in East Legon on the Boundary Road, and of course to the Souza Catering Services for always ensuring my team and I are refreshed on this show. We'll be right back.
If it's 28 April, I come 8 May, and your Hisense AC promo. If you're not sure when I'm on demo, I'm also do. Hisense air condition, you enjoy with Hisense AC, you are home, mama. You are 51.5, I come 10 horsepower, upper plates, inverter, floor standing, Kitu Anakes. Hisense will be mount. Hisense AC, I'm smart cooling. I bet you want to save phone. Let's also light the back of dear. Oh, what? Yet, Junigana Honia, dear, and into the Hisense AC, our gold plated fins, rust resistance copper pipes, and into a mananachi. A chair amount from a quad gym, home. It's a 4-in-1 filter. We need the star of the show. Hisense R290 gas AC. Uko showroom, Bisana say. Kaise. Hisense and Kwanemo up to 5 years manufacturer defect warranty. Uto Hisense Asia, no what to assume J. And Kotwa the Jane Biana and the Boka. Kayo, every 28 April, I copy 8 May. And your Hisense AC promo. Hisense, Everyday prices for everyday people.
Tasty Tom tomato mix. Ofa kakra. Na ye bebre. Fa kakra yan kwani stew dodo a ope.
Tasty Tom dear, it will surely give you value for money. Steak and little is enough to get our desired quantity of stew and soup, and it doesn't color your meat or chicken.
Tasty Tom tomato mix inti. Me handwriting and sada. Sena ne dene bia sa net here. Into customers bar never.
I don't compromise on the quality of my food. Use Tasty Tom enriched tomato mix.
This advert is FDA approved.
Alone, we can only go so far. But when we move together, there's no limits to where we can go. Together, we move with feel-good energy. And even if the beat stops, we create our own vibe. Maltigans, we move. Always check for the Made in Ghana symbol. This advert is FDA approved.
Every child is so unique.
You like no other.
Outstanding in every way.
It's me like no other.
So anytime you walk and play,
you like no other.
You are special like Indomie.
It's me like no other.
Did you know that every child on the planet has their own unique fingerprint like no other?
You like no other. I can play the drums. I'm talented. It's me like no other. I can sing. I can dance. You like no other.
As well as their own unique talents and abilities.
I can cook. I can paint. You like no other. Indomie. It's you like no other.
So every day, in whatever you do, remember you are special in your own way, like no other.
Thank you, Mom, for letting me know I'm special and for making me my special Indomie.
Thank you, Mommy.
I love my Indomie.
This advert is FDA approved.
Yes, baby.
Honey, men wash you away. Men to take away our back.
He's eating out again. Nancy, me trying tasting kuyi.
Tasty
Tom. Add the new seasoning powders about chicken, stew, jollof, shrimp, beef. The way it enhances the natural aroma.
Tasty Tom, dear.
I trust them. And there is no staining of fish, meat, or chicken. Wait, let me go just sharp. Made me also.
Tasty Tom seasoning powder. Ooh.
New aroma.
New taste.
New taste from Tasty Tom new seasoning powder.
Maybe
I'm not for anyway. Tasty Tom new seasoning powder. Flavor and taste are fun. This advert is FDA approved.
Alone, we can only go so far. But when we move together, there's no limits to where we can go. Together, we move with feel-good energy. And even if the beat stops, we create our own vibe. Maltigans, we move. Always check for the Made in Ghana symbol. This advert.
know that every child on the planet has their own unique fingerprint like no other?
You like no other. I can play the drums. I'm talented. It's me like no other. I can sing. I can dance. You like no other.
As well as their own unique talents and abilities.
I can cook. I can paint. You like no other. Indomie. It's you like no other.
So every day, in whatever you do, remember you are special in your own way, like no other.
Thank you, Mom, for letting me know I'm special and for making me my special Indomie.
Thank you, Mommy. I love my Indomie.
This advert is FDA approved.
Wait, your tomato mix. Wouldn't so one on pass. Still loud, what tomato flavor no? No color changing like traffic light. Come on.
Tasty Tom dear, it will surely give you value for money. The steak and little is enough to get our desired quantity of stew and soup.
Taste no so dear. On point. Flavor new.
And it doesn't color your meat or chicken. I don't compromise on the quality of my food. Use Tasty Tom enriched tomato mix.
This advert is FDA approved.
Alone, we can only go so far. But when we move together, there's no limits to where we can go. Together, we move with feel-good energy. And even if the beat stops, we create our own vibe. Multigans, we move. Always check for the Made in Ghana symbol. This advert is FDA approved.
The experiences we go through growing up have its own way of molding our future. There are times that these experiences build you in a capacity that would blow you away. And there are times that they actually get you grounded to make sure that the world becomes a better place for the people after you. My guest today is an amazing woman. I fell in love with her on social media. Her submissions, the passion with which she submits whatever she's talking about. I saw her video. I told my producer, Nana Kwame, I want to talk to her because I see some fire, I see some passion, and I believe that the world should see her more. My guest today is Counselor Joy Wilson.
Hello.
Oh, finally. So now I'm not watching you on my phone. You're right in front of me.
Yes, and it's amazing to be here.
Oh.
You look exquisite, by the way.
But
yes.
beauty is pain. Only
You look
the
amazing.
two of us understand beauty is pain. Thank you. It's Ophelia.
Yes,
It's like
so
Ophelia has
she's
done
done an
well.
amazing
she's
work.
done
Yes,
well.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But beauty is pain. How are you, Joy?
I am very well, by grace. I'm doing
We
awesome.
thank God.
Yes.
That passion. I mean, like anytime I watch, I'm like, this lady is speaking from somewhere. There is something burning deep within.
Yeah.
That passion, where did it come from?
First of all, I think I give glory to God, first of all, for everything, because so much has happened, but He broke me, He molded me, He filled me and He used me.
Yeah.
When I finally, fully, completely, absolutely surrendered to Him. So I think, it's coming from all of that. My experiences as a child, as a teen, and as an adult, God put it all together. He didn't waste any of my pain.
He never wastes any moments.
Yeah, He didn't waste any of it. He didn't waste any of it. And today, my joy is that I can speak about it smiling. And it's such a beautiful thing. Growing up, Stacey, I was a loudmouth. I would talk about I would talk about everything. And I got beaten a lot. I saw love. I experienced love as a child, but also there was a lot of pain, a lot of abuse, a lot of discomfort. But I thank God that I never went through any phase of suicide where, people think about suicide and all of that. And I think I now understand why. God had a plan for me.
Your life.
Because there were severe abusive moments. And I saw my mom go through a lot of abuse. Unfortunately, she died. May God rest her soul.
Where did you grow up?
Sakmono.
Oh, right here in Accra.
Yes, Sakmono is two.
Mm-hmm.
It's Kafun
The old and the new.
And the new. So I saw the whole estate start.
Okay.
We used to go there a lot. We used to have water problems in the old Sakmono. But when they began the whole estate construction, there was water. So we fetched a lot of water from there. Yes, so we went there a lot. And by the time we realized it's a whole estate, I mean, new people, new cars and all of that. But we also enjoyed our old Sakmono, the village, the beach, the coconut trees, and all of that. Were like a large family. And growing up, I didn't hear a lot about you being beautiful. In fact, I accepted that I was beautiful at 35.
You're kidding me.
I'm telling you.
You are beautiful.
God.
I told you when I met us, you're beautiful.
Because growing up, you have all of these. We grew up in a big community. We had Gadangbes, we had Evers, we had Gans, we had Fantis. You do something and somebody will come, meaning, do you understand that? When you time, just idea, then your December head.
December head to say.
Seriously, growing up, you do something small, they call you December head. I don't know how
does December head look like?
I don't know. We had that a lot. When you day, you won't tan day, that was predominantly what So
it sunk in.
It sunk in. And then to make matters worse at home, now I talk about it smiling, and so I know I've healed. Although, yes, once in a while, you watch a movie that goes, that is my mom. Mm-hmm. There, My stepfather is your typical choleric. Very strong, he's a man of vision, very focused. I mean, he built a house, with the help of my mom. They began something beautiful together, whilst others in that Sakmono village, were languishing in single rooms. He moved his entire family, my mom and my dad together. They built a beautiful place. We moved there and all of that. But my mom was beaten all the time.
Why?
Because my stepfather couldn't control himself. He would often have this rage, uncontrollable. And you have no idea how many times I heard Orukumo, Eje, Ibekumo, those things. Yeah. And how many times my mother would cry to her extended family that she wanted to leave the marriage. And they advised that stay. You built a whole life for this one. You have children together. But then today, if my mom were alive, I would have looked her straight in the eyes and say, Ma, life, Stacy, life is the greatest covenant, not marriage. That is why Christ, being who, let's say he was, humbled himself unto death so we would have life. I sometimes see so many women still go through that. Yeah. And that is another place the passion is coming from. One of the funniest, there was this woman who was beaten severely by her husband. She had bruises all over. And it wasn't the first time. So I got a couple of police friends. These are male. They are not female, who have this great passion for women and their safety. So I called on them, they arrested them, and this woman called me just a couple of hours later shouting,
and I find and I say, I'm sorry.
One day I'm
sorry.
But there are so many other women who need me, and the passion we talk about is coming from the fact that I don't want to see another woman
go through what your mom went through.
And she died. Stacey, she died. And the sad thing is that when her body was brought in, her body was taken to Fantino town in Kumasi, because that is where she grew up. I mean, we have a family house there. And then my grandma was alive then, sat by her corpse, was crying, Ajuamara na mekum. Ajwa kana beja aware mara na meku. Unfortunately, she also suffered a stroke and died. So you see, this whole abuse.
So what was the essence of staying because of the house?
She's gone.
Now you're gone.
When she died, less than a couple of how many weeks or months, he brought in another one. He didn't even attend her funeral. Not 1 week. In fact, when they all came from Kumasi to Tema, Sakmono, because she lived her entire life there, to do something small there, he hid himself in his bedroom and did not come. And you know, this is something that I take seriously, because when my mom realized that 1 or 2 boys, you know, were coming around to look for me, she called me one time and she's like, "Mami can't say major. Benina inya ne hwe so kakra bia no webu na no de yekohwini. Wasem biara beka yekohwini. Benina if I was wechi. Oye iya mabru wo. Benina ka so kan otum. Awu besie benyansa na enyim. Benina enye na twempena na omma wo ho nto ai da wo nya nipa. Dem benyin gwanfi no ho. Am se ma ba ntina eka dem. O se benyansa fo obu ne be.
She saw those traits.
One kind of said she was trying to help me identify in those traits in those men. So that is it. If you ask me where the passion is coming from, naturally, I'm somebody who speaks up. I'm not afraid to speak up. I remember somewhere like 29, 30 years ago in Tema Methodist Day Secondary School. I had actually attended secondary school in Kumasi Commercial College, but it was later changed at DB Commercial College. I moved back to Tema, went to Tema Methodist Day Secondary School. Around that time, Reverend Bassa was our head master. During worship, I realized that I loved worship. I loved God. I wanted to be close to God. So during worship, the Holy Spirit told me to go forward and speak this, that 2 ladies here are pregnant. Secondary school. That's of that time, I didn't even know what it meant to have this intimacy with God. I knew that I went to church, you know, but the grace was already there. And by the time I realized, I was standing there in the assembly hall in front of all those boys and girls, and it was A and B. It's my Methodist Day Secondary School. And then I said, the Spirit of God says 2 ladies here are pregnant, and if they attempt to abort it, they will die. The share auditorium. Yeah. Who is this lady? The one that just came, you know? God loves us so much. It's not funny.
Yeah.
Stacy, look at me, leaving the school just to come to Medas, just so God could use me. You. But you see, God, nipa obetum we use one. Yeah. But then he will use anyone who is available. And you know, 3 years ago, I met one of the ladies, not knowing the one who was closest to me when I came to that school, because I came at Form 3, was actually pregnant.
She
and I
was
didn't
pregnant.
even know. Yes. I met her, and that son is now like, is it 28, 27-year-old?
Wow.
A grown doctor.
Just look at that.
I didn't even see her. She saw me. Okay. Joyce? I'm like, yes, Joyce. Yeah, Joyce! It's you! She started shouting. I'm like, come.
We're still trying to remember.
Do you remember me? My dad. Then she called her and said, come. Because of this woman, I didn't abort you. It was a Friday. And I actually thought that Saturday I was going to abort you. And she said, the Spirit of God said to tell me not to abort. Wow. And now look at him. He's a doctor. Oh, God, thank you. God bless you. So that thing has always been there. 1, my temperament. 2, God, who created the temperament. Yeah. 3, my experiences. So that's where the passion is coming from. Wow.
Growing up to see your mom go through that, as a girl, it would definitely get to you.
Yeah.
Did you try on your own to talk to your stepfather?
Oh, Stacey, I was so scared of him. Talk about, you know. Hey, he beat me too. It wasn't just...
So you had a surplus of the
Yes, he beat me too. You know, the thing is, this man could beat you for hours. He will get tired, pick a stool and sit down. And then he would rest. all the while talking, pointing out your fault. Wow. You know, he once told me, I will be Hey. So all of that, you know, he would rest. And as he's speaking, one time he beat me so much. I was tired. I was standing there, blood oozing out of my nose a little. I had cane marks all over me. He sat there talking, and somehow I started dozing off, and he slapped the hell out of me.
Sleeping through the beating.
It's the body. You know how...
You're exhausted.
And somehow I was standing there going down. Today, he can't look at my face. But in the beginning, Stacey, I hated him. And I'm not ashamed to say it. I hated that man so much. I didn't date any guy who had his name.
You're joking?
Yes. If you have that name and you talk to me, the way I will look at you and walk away, you will start looking at yourself to see there's something
wrong.
So I asked names. What is your name? As soon as that name comes out. But gradually, you know, it took a while. I realized that, yes, I am beautiful, I am eloquent, I speak 5 Ghanaian languages. I get accepted everywhere I go because of how I am, my humility and all of that. But the glory was not coming.
Because you were bitter.
The glory was not coming. I mean, the glory was not coming. I would do things over and above. I would try to impress. I worked with IMAS Media as the morning show host for almost 3 years. I was never late once. They will tell you, I was never late once. In fact, it was inside my 3rd year that I decided to take a break. I came to work all the time, on time. I'm very disciplined and my work ethic. But then I realized something was missing. So one day I just sat down like, what is going on? The Holy Spirit told me, 1, you are doing everything. You are pushing by yourself. Mm-hmm. And 2, you haven't forgiven. And 3, you know, men your Zen character, no, I needed to polish it. And so I started working on it. I asked, then Spirit of God, help me. I've been hurt. I've been beaten.
Broken.
You know, this man beat me so much. It doesn't matter where you are. He could insult you in the presence of, you know. And my mom died too. I mean, all of that together. But when you ask for patience, God gives you an opportunity to exercise that patience. So I prayed for it, and then I read. I researched on how to heal. And that is what brought about this whole my excitement about psychology, and I decided to do something in psychology. I read, I researched, I watched videos on how to heal after something like that. And that combined with prayer and checking my attitude, now I began to see things, like, you know.
With a different eye. And
strangely, Stacey, God began to open doors and windows. And one time he asked me, he told me, go to Bible school. So I did. I was ordained a reverend minister. Wow. And in Kakra, now I got calls to speak. People speak to me. I speak to about 5 people, 3 people daily, not just in Ghana, abroad. And all of that. I do that. It's part of what I do. And the Spirit of God is taking me places. And the day I chose to forgive him, and I was asking, so how do I know I've forgiven him? Until I met a woman who has also been through so much. And I spoke to her without crying, without feeling like I was hopeless. That was the day I knew I was healing. And so when I speak to people about abuse, especially I love those who are now nurturing relationships into marriage. I talk to them a whole lot. And the sad part is they see it. They see it.
And they pay a
and then they say, I love him. And then they would enter the marriage and call me crying. They see it. You know, when God wants you to live someone's life, he will expose them. Yeah. He will show you. But then people see and still go into those kinds of relationships. But I need to tell a lady watching, nobody under this God's green earth has any right under any law to beat you, to insult you. You are in a relationship and you feel like you are nothing.
Yeah.
You feel like you have no choice. Also, we are baby. Is the one who is in one who fed where he has in Yinare Gubenyado. No, real to that doormat in it. 1 hour ton soon, HN1. 1 hour ton both fruits, but traffic moon HN1 ana. 1 hour was it as it sitable, do not what tonin. We are facing one. Say, if a woman becomes economically empowered, she begins to own her rights and she begins to teach people how to treat her.
Yeah.
But you sit there, you are treated like nothing, and you still sit there.
Say it's love.
Families, churches, Ghana, until we come to a place where we say no more. Women will be abused.
Yeah.
They will be killed all the time. Wherever I go, especially in churches, I tell them, when you wed people, watch her at 3 months, call them for post-marital counseling. We don't do that. Oh, you're call counseling, near we. So after 3 months, after 6 months, call them. After a year, call them. Then you wait. After 3 years, call them.
Okay.
And the church must stop this God hates divorce thing that makes
People
men
stay.
with psychological issues abuse women, and then they say God hates divorce. I spoke to Dinah Hobson once on Max TV, and she's like, Joy, you see that a Kueme woman, her story, that could have been me. He said, when I was down at Kueme, I was beating. And thank God for the church, because at a point they got tired and they removed me from that situation. It's time some pastors started saying, hey,
you can't do that.
No, say, bona, ye be gua worry no. But ye slow, see a beka. Samu shira worry so among country or bani bema, because there are women who also abuse them, but it's an extreme minority though. I was say so for be shira worry so no catch the bema and say, one ni kwe, say wo bona, me ara so for me shira worry so no. Make sure say worry ni begu. And I'm call counseling na. Musa no wa border. Oka say anya, mamu worry, onu akono ko worry onu ara sem.
Because we have a lot of men who are broken, who are not healed. Then they get into relationships and they take their pain and bruises into that new relationship. Then it begins to affect the woman. Because on healing here,
you know, we've turned marriage into some sort of rehabilitation center where all manner of unhealed wounds. You know, some men can't even accept love because they don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So they go into a relationship and they meet this beautiful woman who is willing to submit, you know, serve him as the head of the home. And you think, I don't know, because they don't know what love is.
Love is.
And some men have been broken by other women.
Yeah.
And so you go in carrying a load that you have no business carrying. You know, when I read the Bible about Cain and everything he went through, and then right after God pronounced all of those, the next chapter, and Cain knew his wife. So I'm like, so Cain, after all that curse, took a wife.
Yeah.
So you see what is going on? So I'm asking, he didn't heal from the curse. Right after that,
he took a wife.
So some of us are dealing with so much, and you have young men who have all sorts of psychological issues. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Today, after I did psychology, that even helped me relax around my father a bit. He has psychological issues. I can't mention it here.
Yeah.
But when I learned and I realized, he used to do that.
Yeah, so you saw the
he used
traits.
to do that. So this is what he was going through. So he wasn't a bad man per se.
If he had process,
if he had help for his condition, he wouldn't have beaten my mother so much. But no, we don't want to talk about it. And I salam da na chede sebi kafra na juni ye juma another ori wa bodama another bibi them. The day I came across that psychological issue, and I'm like, oh my Lord, have mercy.
I know this one.
I've seen it. I've lived it. Laughing extremely, extreme anger. In fact, when he's laughing, the entire neighborhood will hear. Kwa, 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 kwa. When he's angry,
the whole neighborhood will hear again.
He's a person of extremes. And I'm like, oh, so he actually had a mental issue. It wasn't that he was a bad man. He had issues. That also helped me to heal. Although, yes, my mom had to pay with her life, and her blood is not going to save anybody. She isn't Jesus. She's dead and gone.
28 April, 8 May, and your high sense AC promo. If you're not sure when I want you, I'm also do. High sense air condition, you enjoy wood. High sense AC, you were home, mama. You were 51.5, I copy 10 horsepower, upper splits, inverter, floor standing, Kitu Anakasia. High sense will be mount. High sense AC, I'm smart cooling. I bet you do want to save for me. Nenso so light bill because road there. Open water. Ya Junika na honi ade ye. And into the high sense AC, our gold plated fins, rust resistance copper pipes, and into a man nachi. A check amount from a crunchy home. It's a 4-in-1 filter. Wayne the star of the show. High sense R290 gas AC. Uko showrooma bisana say. Kai say High sense and up to 5 years manufacturer defect warranty. Uto high sense Asia. No what to assume J. And Kotwa the Jane Biana and the Boka. Kayo, 28 April, 8 May. And your high sense AC promo. High sense. Everyday prices for everyday people.
Alone, we can only go so far. But when we move together, there's no limits to where we can go. Together, we move with feel-good energy. And even if the beat stops, we create our own vibe. Multigans, we move. Always check for the Made in Ghana symbol. This advert is FDA approved.
Tasty Tom tomato mix. Ofa kakra. Na ye bebre. Fa kakra yan kwan ni stew dodoa ope.
Tasty Tom dear, it will surely give you value for money. Steak and little is enough to get our desired quantity of stew and soup, and it doesn't color your meat or chicken.
Tasty Tom tomato mix inti. Me handwriting and sada. Sena ne bia sa net into customers bar never.
I don't compromise on the quality of my food. Use Tasty Tom enriched tomato mix.
This advert is FDA approved.
Tasty Tom tomato mix. Ofa kakra. Na ye bebre. Fa kakra yan kwan ni stew dodoa ope.
Tasty Tom dear, it will surely give you value for money. Steak and little is enough to get our desired quantity of stew and soup, and it doesn't color your meat or chicken.
Tasty Tom tomato mix inti. Me handwriting and sada. Sena ne bia sa net into customers bar never.
I don't compromise on the quality of my food. Use Tasty Tom enriched tomato mix.
This advert is FDA approved.
Alone, we can only go so far. But when we move together, there's no limits to where we can go. Together, we move with feel-good energy. And even if the beat stops, we create our own vibe. Multigans, we move. Always check for the Made in Ghana symbol. This advert is FDA approved.
Every child is so unique.
You like no other.
Outstanding in every way.
It's me like no other.
So anytime you walk and play,
You like no other.
you are special like Indomie.
It's me like no other.
Did you know that every child on the planet has their own unique fingerprint like no other?
You like no other. I can play the drums. I'm talented. It's me like no other. I can sing. I can dance. You like no other.
As well as their own unique talents and abilities.
I can cook.
Every day, in whatever you do, remember you are special in your own way, like no other.
Thank you, Mom, for letting me know I'm special and for making me my special Indomie.
Thank you, Mommy. I love my Indomie.
This advert is FDA approved.
Hey, my best customers in here. Yes, baby.
Honey, men wash you why? Men to take away Abba.
He's eating out again. Nancy, me trying tasting kuyi. Nya kra. Mama ma new fella.
Tasty Tom seasoning powder.
Tasty Tom. Add the new seasoning powders about chicken, stew, jollof, shrimp, beef. Udi aduane anete. A more natural aroma. Shamankasa. The way it enhances the natural aroma. It no be small.
So what's the new season powder if it Tasty Tom there? I trust them.
And there is no staining of fish, meat, or chicken. Delicious meals all the time. Why do you go to just stop? Me need also.
Tasty Tom seasoning powder.
New aroma.
New taste.
This is a new taste from Tasty Tom new seasoning powder.
But then the end.
Maybe I'm not for anyway. Tasty Tom new seasoning powder. Flavor and taste are far. This advert is FDA approved.
Alone, we can only go so far. But when we move together, there's no limits to where we can go. Together, we move with feel-good energy. And even if the beat stops, we create our own vibe. Multigans, we move. Always check for the Made in Ghana symbol. This advert is FDA approved.
Wait, your tomato mix. Wouldn't so one on pass. Still loud with tomato flavor no. No color changing like traffic light. They are cocoa come on.
Tasty Tom dear, it will surely give you value for money. The steak and little is enough to get our desired quantity of stew and soup.
Taste no so dear. On point. Flavor new.
And it doesn't color your meat or chicken. I don't compromise on the quality of my food. Use Tasty Tom enriched tomato mix.
This advert is FDA approved.
Castro again, oh, featuring Baby Jet, EBK, what do this BTO?
Teflon seats, intentional luxury. It's worth the hype.
We are back on, no, that's we are back on, no. We are back on, no, that's we are back on, no. As someone done, Baby Jet, Ghana mama who of it, wait the first. No repeat, no surrender. Mama feteke, and this is Yakuma. Linda, Barbara, Monica, Jessica, Pamela, Sarah, gift in a diner. Mudina, come on, Muyo go out. As someone done, Muyo go out. Baby, you they make my mind this cut down. Ghana girl, come on, move off it. I did that, then for you get it out. Baby, Jessie, Sana, as someone done, Sana, now I'm taking over, make no wonder why. My baby so fly, make no ask me why. Cause she keep me going, oh my God, the magic. My love, my love, my love, my love, my love. Send ya muye nendia sana ya
Yes, baby.
Honey, men wash you why? Men to take away Abba.
He's eating out again. Nancy, me trying tasting kuyi.
Tasty Tom.
Tasty Tom. Add the new seasoning powders about chicken, stew, jollof, shrimp, beef. The way it enhances the natural aroma.
Tasty Tom there. I trust them.
And there is no staining of fish, meat, or chicken. Why do you go to just stop? Me need also.
Tasty Tom seasoning powder.
New aroma.
New taste.
New taste from Tasty Tom new seasoning powder.
But then the end.
Maybe I'm not for anyway. Tasty Tom new seasoning powder. Flavor and taste are far. This advert is FDA approved.
Every child is so unique.
You like no other.
Outstanding in every way.
It's me like no other.
So anytime you walk and play,
you like no other.
You are special like Indomie.
It's me like no other.
Did you know that every child on the planet has their own unique fingerprint like no other?
You like no other. I can play the drums. I'm talented. It's me like no other. I can sing. I can dance. You like no other.
As well as their own unique talents and abilities.
I can cook. I can paint. You like no other. Indomie. It's you like
So every day, in whatever you do, remember you are special in your own way, like no other.
Thank you, Mom, for letting me know I'm special and for making me my special Indomie.
Thank you, Mommy. I love my Indomie.
This advert is FDA approved.
Wait, your tomato mix. Wouldn't so one on pass. Still loud with tomato flavor no. No color changing like traffic lights. Devia cocoa come on.
Tasty Tom dear, it will surely give you value for money. The steak and little is enough to get our desired quantity of stew and soup.
Taste not so dear. On point. Flavor near.
And it doesn't color your meat or chicken. I don't compromise on the quality of my food. Use Tasty Tom and rich tomato mix.
This advert is FDA approved.
Alone, we can only go so far. But when we move together, there's no limits to where we can go. Together, we move with feel-good energy. And even if the beat stops, we create our own vibe. Multigans, we move. Always check for the Made in Ghana symbol. This advert is FDA approved.
She isn't Jesus. And you have all of these men who want to pronouncing curses, want to una you say ya obi a woni ne twempra no oso wakoba bi oso nko e dia nsuo we nya na wasane nete no wa mi a wo kon so we yakumi ohun se wani ayeho anu waja o 3 days no be power chop. There's this lady who spoke to me, Stacy. This guy is so rich and so good to his family. Bought her a car and all of that. And when he gets angry, it's like he's possessed.
Yeah, punching bag.
And then she told the mom, I'm no longer interested in this relationship. And the man is like, hey, what's all you? I know I do any free. And I had to go to that house and I asked them, Mama, Pacho, Obano don't know. I went all the way to Ayarifa. And I'm like, Mama, Pacho, Obano don't know. Also, me don't know. Then I'll be some sir. Pacho, won't why? Me do me chia and me tenants. Mama, Pacho, Mbahu, Brabra, Pacho, Obano don't know. I say, ah. Now only why I then I'll be some Sam son. I'm saying, Mama, Obana Samban will catch her about the boyfriend. Oh, okay, say ni bufu. And they say a casachira and pie. I'm saying, Mama, me catch know what my grandma, the rest of my family had to suffer after my mom's demise. Say, obey wua. Sikano de maunina, untumi fanya she. Nipa wo nim ni obenya empiano nkonsohwe etesemo. Catch that branch and say, Obo me ba free na kwansi fi abi. Na so yes or better threaten na umfra me. Minimum confirm mun anybody lipa. So that is it. Many women and the sad part says, let me read through this. They see it. They see it. They hear it. God shows them. But they are too desperate. I'm 35. And yashi ohina koma wo nyankopon sem. So I'll pray. And then my family is saying we've been dating for a while. And then the pastor is saying, and then everybody is saying, they say. Stacy, who is they? Me ba asasi Stacy, me ko 50 years. Me obia yako na bedding to a friend. They am watching. Anna. Day Wilson, 1 year any day. Yeah, manko phobi to me. The people don't even care about. They don't even know us. What they will say, what people will say, and they will say people will talk. People must talk. The mouth and the tongue and the voice, vocal cords were created for talking, but in the end, it is about you. Let your family reject you.
Yeah.
Start again with God on your side. You will succeed.
Going through all that, living through your mom's pain and abuse, her death, recovering from her death and the shock, I'm sure it will stay with you for a while. Did you get to learn to love? And how did it play out in your marriage?
Stacey, many people don't know this, but this is my second marriage.
Oh.
Yes, this is my second marriage, and by God's grace, we're headed towards 2 decades of being together. And I think I had no business marrying the first time because
No peer pressure.
It wasn't peer pressure. I met this man who thought I was a very good girl, and I was. And wanted me to marry his son. And he brought us together.
Oh.
But I was carrying too many baggages.
Pain.
I was carrying too many baggages. And I couldn't accept the love and understanding that that man had for me. Whenever he did, I saw my stepfather. When he shouted, I saw my stepfather. And at a point, so I just, I left our home where I was, I didn't even know who I was. I have been pressed down almost all my life. I had no real sense of identity. I hadn't tasted freedom. I hadn't really. Who is joy? What do I like?
What makes me happy?
None of that. So from that, all of that into marriage. So I carried all the pain, all the disdain, all the hatred. Like I said, I used to hate him. Glory to God, I don't anymore.
All the mourning, because you were still mourning
I was
your
still
mom.
mourning, all of that. And it didn't go well. It didn't go well. And initially, as young as I was then, I would always blame him. And he wasn't caring. He wasn't understanding. And yes, whenever there's a divorce, it's the two of you. You can't blame one person because there's always action and reaction. You understand? But then later, after so many years, when I healed, when I learned, when I got to know me, when I started loving me, understanding me, and enjoying being by me, myself.
Yeah.
Being
good by yourself. I'm sure after you healed, you would look back and go like, my ex not your bad, sir.
Oh, yeah. But the thing is, I know I've moved on because I never miss him like that. And even when I left, we used to have a lot of back and forth. But when I healed, when I accepted Christ's love for me, when I started loving me, I stopped all of that fight. I stopped.
Like, he didn't even exist.
I felt like, yes, I'm actually new.
Yeah.
Now I've tasted freedom.
And you're learning to love yourself.
Yes.
You're learning to put yourself first.
Yes.
And you're enjoying
I enjoyed it. And I wish this man was alive. Dada Safo Kantanka, former Deputy Director of the National Center for National Culture in Kumasi. He was a very important part of my healing. So I moved to go live in Kumasi to start anew. Then I went to live in this house.
Okay.
Nana Safo was different from every man I knew. Okay, so on weekends, we used to call him Da. It was Da's on weekends, Da's kitchen.
Wow.
He cooked. Everybody, Obi onim Nana Safo Kumasi bi enim se Nana Safo. In fact, GTV for kraba emani ye nkwan bi wo cultural center man. I mean, and then the way Da will call my free is still alive. How are you, Benny?
You won't be that way.
Hey!
That's a movie, movie.
Mvacho tie me, our papa wa why? Our papa mu ode. Asumdue wom. Yebu oba. Eyi oba so ohima wo ho. Nti ma obi anka nkyerɛ sɛ saa na mema nyina it is never true. Papa yi kwa adwuma. Ti sɛ bi okɔ baabi. Watch 6:37 no abafi. Hey. Wo ba nso so a ɔne ne yire ene ne mate ho di nkomo. One ni na tem na watiano. Yeah, they have their arguments and all of that like every. But Nana Safo held me free in such high esteem. Treated her so well. I'm like, I know when I came to, because of what I had experienced. In fact, Obi and Obi to my cousin Adam for me. Many Adam for. Also because I saw my mom's best friend betray her with you know who.
Okay.
So I'm like,
I hope so. You're not about no after the funeral.
I didn't.
So movie a year.
No, Jane da. You know, me man one him maybe me do baby me to because me who marry him. Yeah, so you know that man. The way he honors women,
the way he speaks.
Aye. Then I'll look at him, always helping man. Now, then you see friend yiri pokeke. Now him, me call no say adwa de bia house around shedem sa adem si da nya hwe. No nim nia me ofri adwuma no be shedem. Te say oba ho fefo te say wumpie na wachi no akọ baabi afi ode me be ye seba. This man taught me without intending to that there are good men out there. Yeah. He gave me a brand new perspective of who a man is supposed to be. You know, says God rest his soul. You know, so when I was marrying the second time, he took me to church. He held my hand. Brought me to the altar. I wanted that. I wanted that kind of blessing. I wanted that kind of anointing on him. I wanted it on my husband and on my marriage as well. I wanted his kind of marriage. And that man helped me. In fact, when my husband used to come around, I didn't like him all.
That blasting, not that so.
I didn't like him. But he was like, Adwa, who's this sua? I mean, it's my best performing video on TikTok, 4-point-something million views. I told the story of how I didn't like my husband. Then Nana Safu told me, Oba usi sua. Pebema ni dobro wudi yeso. Adwa we oba won fe. Udu huni wunya basa. Mempeso be kwa kodi bema bia. Obe yo basa bashe. Me hwe se ni oba me pamuno no wasamba. But moi, must say age. Let me address that. Also because I was older than him. About 6 years.
Wow.
So I didn't want him.
So me
Oh yeah, also born 5 years. 5 years. And his, you know, I had surgery. There was blood in bed sheets and all of that. I gave it to him to go and give it to my family. Then he went home, washed it, ironed it, and brought it. And this is an educated man, graduate, who was the original, the manager for some brand. Saw me and fell in love with me. And as of that time, I was hiding. I wanted nothing to do with men. And Nana Safu was bringing out that thing little by little. He made me focus on his own character. You know, when we came back, Nana Safu was like, Ajua.
That's the sound behind him.
Ma, abranti kwan wo abrabo no bebo. In fact, I'm ready no person mu come and share na Safu di omani di omu come and share because he liked him like that. He said, "Owa ho brase, ono betumi atena ache." Enya wadwene se unka hwe nkire mi nti bi nim ne awu fam. Sabe, opani due mante. Se ne awotie no, abranti ya na bebo. And I gave him a chance. After he showed me he can love me like that to understand me. How many men would come to a hospital, pick up nightie, bedsheet, surgery, moja, take it home, wash it, iron it, and bring it? He's got his own flaws, he's got his own stuff like that, but
how he honors you.
Okramisi. And for me, that is enough.
Yeah.
And I came in.
That's what every woman wants.
I came in with a child. Another thing that made me want to look at him, during that time when I was sick, my daughter was in Accra. He came down, did a small birthday party for her without even telling me. No, ochire ni suban. Nye na no asem keke na me hwe. Na no asem anka mampe no. But today, look at us. We've had 3 more kids. And all of that. And another thing I want to talk about, if you are a mother with a special child, listen. I knew I was AS. I asked him to go and check. He came and said he was negative. Although me mass of that time.
Why shit?
We had a child. A cranny yari. I feel you're mono. Yes, or your SS. And this is something that just the people closest to me know. And then I speak to people with special children who come to me.
Yeah.
I haven't put it out there ever. This is the first time I'm talking about the fact that I have a son living with sickle cell. And it was very difficult. But the fact that I chose right, we did this to support our child.
Yeah.
There was this one time he had crisis. We went to Kolebu. They gave him some medication. I don't know what happened, whether he reacted. I don't know. Only God knows. He had stroke.
What?
And you know, let me tell every Christian woman watching me, the boy had stroke in Kolebu at age 5. Thank God. Someone will say, why are you saying thank God? Thank God it happened in Kolebu because they were able to do some exchange blood transfusion and all of that. And guess what? The devil came, telling me all the time, your son is going to die, your son is going to die, your son is going to die. One time I got up and rebuked him. Now there was this time I was tired. We were in Kolebu as of that time for 3 weeks. You know, Kolebu, there's no bed.
Yeah. Just
Plastic chair. Someone tucked me in the back. I woke up, there was no one there. And I heard the voice, get up and pray. Then I started praying. I started moving around the bed praying. That night, 3 children died in Kolebu. My son, at a point, they told me the next 24 hours is critical and that he was going to the day I should brace myself. And no more encourage me near BCBI. And I'm like, my son is not going to die. My son is not going to die. Yeah. And then I prayed. And he didn't die. When we came out of Kolebu, he was blind. He became like a vegetable. Yeah. We had to take him through all the therapy. He had to learn to crawl. He had to learn to hold things, to walk. We did speech therapy so he could speak. Thank God he sees with his best. And guess what? He didn't become a vegetable like they said he would become. I refuse. Whose report would you believe? Now my son is 13.
Wow.
He didn't die. Me, when I'm speaking, I speak about what the Spirit of God tells me and I talk about it. I know we're doing an interview, but the Spirit of God just dropped in my heart, talk about it, and that is why I spoke about it. I need to encourage. You have a son living with Down syndrome or autism or cerebral palsy, sometimes a quadriplegia.
Yeah.
And then people mock you. They laugh at you, and you hide that child. Please, onyankopon nyimde betum nti no ozema. Na you like esho banye. Para atangwa we itamau called Devi Manao Esia. Mau sakataton elafi Manao. You need to pray and you need to submit everything to him. You know, Bible says submit all your work to God and he will establish your vision. Mm-hmm. We forget. Cast all your burdens onto me for I care. Yeah. What is a burden? What you can't. Yeah. Burden goes beyond problem.
Yeah.
Burden, it goes, no. Because a bedding, only bedding, a dear bruso, near time, near my church, at this swa. And therefore, because it throw me, no. Throw me, that is bedding. He didn't say cast your problems on me. Yeah. He said cast your burden. So it goes beyond human capability and capacity. He said cast it, and I did. And as of that time, you bump by giddy, I fell on my breath, and all I said, Son of David, have mercy on me. Son of David, have mercy on me. That is all Son of David. Because at a point, I'm people they kopano. And you know, the Spirit of God told me, don't go home. If you go home, you come and meet your son's corpse. And that is the day my husband came and said, I do what bread. Kofi Kodam. And I'm like, how have you saved my name on your phone? Or the prayer queen? And I'm saying, the Spirit of God says not to go home. So I won't go. Yeah. And that was the night Spirit of God wake me up to pray. So it doesn't matter what you are carrying. Bible says cast it. And when I was struggling with my son on my back, you should see me going to physiotherapy and all of that in Kolebu. Mitie mami kancho oba fefefe se mi ba shemechi ma body da pa mi ni mi ba sa da pa nate. Na abofra jananan meka ahye wunkran menka emu me ho abomfia dabi mo munim se me mu me ho abomfia sa abofra hye ne diaper na me born sa ate me be jananan. I was like, how many is it? 13 or 5. I yam me ho e wo kolebu me de fa he busa ye man baby ko wo abofra yi ho hwe onyame be yi obofo nurse be pie ho me kan masam kire no so okofa atare wo hin okofa atare wo hin o odi bre me wuro sa atare no o say here is ade no mu use so as I said me wuro ni those me wuro me ntumam wonim say ni suo ba kokura ama
It won't.
I knew Jesus was right there with me. And you know, the day I met a couple of women whose children have sickle cell, who were crying, that was the day I knew that God used me then. So I would have the experience to help these women. Now, women with children living with sickle cell, they call me, Auntie, your daughter has crisis or had crisis a couple of days back. What do I do and all of that? See, because I'm experienced, because I've been there, because I've been through it, because I have a child living there, I can speak with them from the heart. That's why I began by saying God doesn't waste any of your pain.
It doesn't.
So nkameka say oh ena nyame na akese me ena ma so den ena man tina ma worry about no despite everything through that I'm still enjoying my marriage because Christ is the leader. Christ is carrying my burden. I don't carry.
He's the captain
of everything. And the fact that that's why I bless Nana Safo. May God rest his soul. He asked me choose this man. Mo amuni ferifo na muni obi otumu fo muni. I would have made the wrong choice. There were so many men around, but I had an early man. Wa worry, wa fa worry mu ni mu di ni mu nyansa o se adwoa fa branti. Wo de hwe no.
Men show nso hwem.
Onu aso ba ma me hu se ne am papa aka na ye. But marriage hasn't been smooth, but it's been good. And I can say with all my heart, marriage has been good despite it all. I mean, God created this magnificent earth and said it was good. Who am I to say it's perfect?
Oh my goodness, we have to continue this conversation next week. So we'll take a break here. Next week when we come back, we'll continue our conversation with you. A very big thank you to our sponsors, Hisense, to Indomie, Tasty Tom Enriched Tomato Mix, to Tasty Tom Seasoning, Indomie, Malta Guinness. We're saying a very big thank you to you. ABS Lax Line, to Naj Beauty for my makeup. A very big thank you to Stanners Beauty, located on the Boundary Road, East Legon, and of course, the Sousa Catering Services. Always do remember, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. We'll see you next week.